Okay, I am sitting in the sunshine, which is unexpected. It felt like summer was over in the Isle of Man. But I'm in Cheshire with a client on the way back from a horse show, waiting for the overnight ferry. And always in this downtime between, which is a strange place to be, mostly because there isn't any downtime normally. I was kind of following a thread of thought that started from what did I want my client to get from this competition, into what did I want to get from this competition, and apart from wanting her to do well and to learn something, and for me to be able to explore what I could do to make that more possible. It occurred to me that it's been so long since I've competed that I can't remember whether I enjoy it or not. Some of you might know that the big horse had a sacroiliac injury, and it's a bit of a long road to try and recover him. So it's meant I haven't had a horse that I'm so intimately involved with, to know on that really deep level. So I've been working on really detailed stuff for a while. So I'm helping client horses normal, and I get a real kick out of that. But it's never quite the same thing. So it's interesting to see what comes up from think of a competition and trying to remember whether I enjoyed it, and I think where my brain is going that I enjoyed it, but didn't enjoy the logistics of having to compete while being really busy. So warming up half a dozen clients at a show, taking off a half day or a day of teaching to get there, all the stuff that surrounds just being busy, and trying to keep a business going as well as competition. But there definitely is a kick out of putting on top and tails, not top and tails anymore. They've got to find a better expression now. A safety hat and tails. There was little moments where it felt like you got to show off all the stuff you had put work into, and that counts with all the mistakes and the badly prepared and not being ready and not being switched on enough and being too anxious. But it felt like a packaging together of the whole ethos into one spot, and maybe a little reminder of the beautiful side of stuff. So not just the moment by moment training and the having to develop more character and learn lessons, but a little glimpse into the not the neatness and the tidiness, but into that picture perfection that we're always striving after, that is unattainable. So even just to get a glimpse of it, maybe made me feel like we were getting a little bit closer. Anyway, it's an interesting thread to follow through, and then poke at the side shoots of that as to, is competition ego based? Are we doing it purely for ego, or are we using it as a training tool? Why bother competing at all? And it does seem more and more that we're in a culture where it's you either compete or you train purely, which leaves you in a very difficult place, because most of us don't have the resources to afford to be outside of the industry or the community. So you have to be involved in some capacity, teaching, training, riding, buying, selling, all of that stuff. So it's about trying to find a balance between the two, trying to find somewhere in the middle of dealing with the horses that we have, dealing with the clients and the industry that we have, but in the best ethical way possible. So I think it's going to be a thought that I'll have to continue to follow the thread on for another little bit. And certainly while the sun is shining down for the rest of this trip anyway.